Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of CEO Talks. Leading engineering organizations are transforming new product development processes using digital engineering practices to improve their competitiveness. To talk more on this topic, we welcome Dr. Manas Human, CEO founder of Nagaro. Hello Dr. Manas, it's great having you here.
Hello Cynthia, thanks for having me.
So how did you come with the idea of creating Nagaro?
Well, Nagaro has many co-founders, but I can give you my side of the story. I was living in Boston and working with this Harvard Business School professor, consulting into Europe, and we ended up making some software for some supply chain problem. And this software and selling this software was like a light bulb going off in my mind, because consulting is not scalable. You are just billing your hours, but software is scalable. I mean, you can have someone else work on it and develop it somewhere else in the world. And the best part is that consulting, when you actually leave, you may at most leave behind a report. But with software, all the ideas that you have, all the experiences and thoughts that you have, all of that intelligence is embedded in the software. And then the client can use it and reuse it. It's an everlasting asset. So I was very excited after that, and then went back and created what became my part of Nagaro.
As an IT and digital product, what kind of services do you provide for your clients?
Digital engineering company. So we're creating digital products and solutions for our clients, which allow our clients to work with their customers, which allow them to improve their internal processes, which allow them to make better decisions with data and AI. And these could be in different industries. So we work with some of the great airlines of the world, some of the banks, some of the great car companies, healthcare, life sciences, telecom, just across different industries. We also work with many cities and governments. So it's a great privilege for us that some of the world's greatest cities have strategic digital initiatives that Nagaro is helping build. We also work with some of the world's leading management consulting companies who are referring us to their clients to drive digital transformation at their clients. So all in all, we have hundreds of clients in 60 countries, and these are some of the world's best known companies. So the chances are high that even you use our software somewhere or the other every day without knowing it.
If you want now to go back for the past years, to what extent have you witnessed increased focus on digital solutions following COVID-19?
Yes, so I think COVID-19 and the lockdowns that came with it, it caused a lot of companies to realize that this virtual world or digital world is not an add-on. It's at least as important as the real world for their business. So there was a lot of investment in digital products and solutions. And a lot of companies turned to specialist digital transformation companies like Nagaro to help create these digital products and solutions. So while we have been growing as a company steadily for 25 plus years, but these 2 years, the growth was really wild. And we doubled from 2020 to 2022. So our revenues went from 430 million euro to 860 million euro roughly. Headcount went from 8,500 to 18,000 plus. So it was just an amazing sort of growth, a wild growth period.
So interesting. Are you still seeing momentum in demand for digital solutions considering the current tough economic environment?
So this year is not the same as the last 2 years. So there is a slightly different flavor. What we are seeing is that at Nagaro, that we are expanding our footprint. We continue to win new clients. We continue to win new projects with existing clients. But at the same time, there are other clients who have to scale back on some projects with us because of their financial situations. So the net is very different from the kind of trajectory that we had in the last 2 years. But that said, we are growing our footprint. And as a result of that, we expect that in the future, what will happen is that when demand comes back, we will have a larger footprint to bounce back from.
So can you precise which geographies are witnessing the greatest demand growth?
Well, in the last few years, the greatest, steadiest demand growth has not been the traditional US or Europe. It's been a segment which we at Nagaro call the rest of the world. And we joke that it's more like the best of the world now. And especially in the Middle East, we are seeing a lot of activity The Middle East is large parts of it are modernizing very quickly. You know, they're becoming very global. It's becoming very digital, highly dynamic, and it's just like a new hub for the world, right? And even we at Nagaro, when we have our management events, we are flying people into the Middle East. So there's just this activity which is very exciting for us, and it's one of the key areas of our growth at the moment.
Very impressive. Now, regarding the MENA region, are you working with companies in MENA region? Can you give us examples about new projects in MENA region?
Yes, absolutely. We have been in the MENA region since the 1990s, and we were mainly in Dubai. And in the last few years, we have expanded to Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. And we work with a variety of industries, but banks is a big area. So we work with a lot of the large banks in the region. And I can name one. So Emirates NBD, for example, we have been part of their digital transformation journey for since 2011, actually, but also digital transformation journeys of other banks. We work with many governments on their digital transformation efforts. We work with large companies like Siemens, where we are actually an award-winning partner, the best partner for digital industries software with Siemens. We work also, as I said earlier, with management consulting companies. And in the Middle East, there's a focus on quality, but also on speed. And the management consulting companies see Nagaro as a perfect partner to implement these digital transformation initiatives with high quality, but also at great velocity.
Dr. Manas, how today the engineering IT field is contributing to the economic growth?
Yes, it's contributing in a variety of ways. So if you look at your own life, you're consuming a lot of these digital products and solutions from airlines, from banks, from retailers, e-commerce, and so on. And it's creating at every level with established companies. You see a lot of their new spend on IT solutions and services, but also startups. You have a lot of energy and enthusiasm and all new ways of disruptive developments, right? So in the entire spectrum of business activity, you see this, but then also in the governments. So the governments are finding ways to better interact with the citizens, to provide services better. So in every sphere of activity, it's just, as I said, like electricity, it's permeating every sphere of our lives.
Data security and compliance is a major focus for companies globally. So what kind of solution do you provide in these areas?
So data security, information security, we provide solutions at different levels. It's of course an area of key focus for us. So we provide strategic solutions, technical solutions, operational solutions. So I can give you some examples, right? So strategic solutions would be like trying to work with the client to assess their maturity of cybersecurity against international standards. And if there is a gap, trying to find the roadmaps, define the roadmaps with them to close those gaps. On a technical side, we are doing things like penetration testing and periodic vulnerability assessments on applications, on infrastructure. We are building zero trust architectures. On the operational side, we are managing SOCs, security operations centers. We are doing incident handling, simulating, for example, disaster recovery or business continuity situations. So it's an end-to-end offering in this space.
Great. You have cut your margin guidance for 2023. So what are the reasons behind this change in the outlook?
Yes, so we're coming off a period of high growth, and the growth this year has not been what we expected in terms of revenue. And at the end of Q2, we estimated that we had over 4% of extra cost due to having excess capacity in the company. And we are a people-intensive business, so our brand as an employer is very important for us. So instead of making any drastic changes, we have decided to live with a lower margin for a while. And that's why we reduced our guidance in August.
Now, what are your plans for the next few years?
We are a company that's always thought of trying to be a big, one of the giants of the space. We want to be a company that outlives us. And for that, we have been trying to be different because the world does not need another Accenture or another Infosys. There are already large companies out there. We have tried to build a company that's very agile and entrepreneurial and intimate with our clients, right? So the we are non-hierarchical, global, we have no headquarters. And all of these differences have helped us grow 10x in the last 10 years. We have come from roughly $100 million to about $1 billion this year. And we expect to grow another 10x in the next 10 years, so to $10 billion. That's kind of our hope and dream. So, but it's not only about size, it's about being a different kind of company, a very agile company, entrepreneurial company at that size even.
Now let's talk about the AI revolution in the world. So what role does AI play in your business, and do you see that will AI be a growth driver for Nagaro?
Yes, AI is definitely going to be a very important part of our business, but AI is more like it's like electricity. It's like a tool, and you have to decide what you want to do with it. So we at Nagaro have been trying to think about how will AI affect our clients. And our thinking is we have built a concept around AI, which we call the fluidic enterprise, which is an enterprise which uses data and AI to be much more responsive, much more intimate with clients, much more efficient, creative, sustainable. So it's a concept which is human-centric, which makes the human a bit like a superhuman in some ways, and allows the human to access the entire knowledge of the enterprise, allows the human to make more data-centric decisions, allows the human to be more empowered, and also nudges the human to adjust to the organizational goals, right? So these nudges can be, very contextualized, very personalized, very actionable. So all of this is this idea of the fluidic enterprise that we are taking to our clients. And Nagaro has had a history of being very quick out of the blocks in taking new technologies, learning them, and applying them for our clients. And we expect to also ride the AI wave, just as we rode the digital transformation wave, and to be a leader in this new wave. So that's the goal.
Dr. Manas, human CEO, founder of Nagaro, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you. This is the end of CEO Talks episode. Goodbye.